The story begins in a city in America where one night a group of masked thugs spread across the entire city and started kidnapping random people from different places. After some time, a girl named Leah suddenly wakes up. She realizes she's lying inside a completely unfamiliar room, and right beside her on the bed, a strange man is sleeping. She has no idea what's going on. Confused, she opens the door of the room and calls out, hoping someone outside might respond. But nobody answers, so she decides to check the place herself. While exploring, she enters the next room and sees two more men lying unconscious on a bed. Now she starts searching for a way to escape from the house, but very soon, she notices something terrifying. The main door is locked from the outside. At that moment, she realizes that someone has imprisoned all of them here. Leah starts getting extremely anxious, but she keeps trying to find some way to escape. Unfortunately, she fails again. All the windows and doors of the mansion have been completely sealed with cement. Seeing this, Leah panics badly and collapses on the floor, fainting from fear. After that, we see a man named Father Duffy waking her up from unconsciousness. Then, a police officer named Jay tells everyone present there that there's nothing to worry about. Leah just panicked too much. When Leah gets up, she realizes that besides her, 6 other people are also there in the house. Suddenly, a strange voice echoes through the speakers, and everyone gets scared. The voice introduces itself as Watcher. Watcher says that all of them were kidnapped and brought here. Now he's going to perform an experiment on them, but not for science, just for entertainment. He explains that the mansion has 75 cameras and microphones installed everywhere, through which he'll be watching them the entire time. And in the end, whoever is the last person alive will win $5 million. Roughly 43 crore rupees. Hearing this, everyone starts talking nervously because they think this must be some stupid joke. Jay says it feels like this is some kind of game. As he says this, he pulls out his gun. He explains that when Watcher kidnapped him, his gun wasn't taken away, which means Watcher actually wants someone to win this game. Then Shona says that just because Jay has a gun, it doesn't mean he can intimidate everyone else. Before things escalate, Father Duffy and a man named Francis step in and calm everyone down. At that moment, Francis says something disturbing. He says that Watcher wants them to kill each other. Jay agrees with him, but he also says they should work together to find a way to escape the mansion, because there's a chance that even the winner might be killed by Watcher anyway. Jay asks everyone to lift a table together so they can break the door and escape, but unfortunately, their attempt fails. Everyone becomes extremely disappointed. Still, Jay refuses to give up. He fires several bullets at the windows, but the bullets can't penetrate the cement walls. Finally, Jay tells everyone to spread out and search in different directions for any possible escape route. After some time, Jay reaches the basement. There, he notices that the ground looks a little soft. Full of determination, he starts digging the ground with a steel rod. But soon, he realizes that beneath the ground, there is a thick metal layer. So this plan also completely fails. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the house, Shona sees Claire drinking alcohol instead of helping everyone. This leads to an argument between them. Very quickly, the argument turns into a physical fight. Right at that moment, Jay arrives and snatches the glass from Claire's hand. Then, he locks the rest of the alcohol inside a locker. According to him, if they want to escape from this place, they need to stay in their senses and think clearly. After this, some of the players begin talking about the $5 million prize, because in reality, all of them desperately need money. But Father Duffy strongly disagrees with this discussion, because thinking about the money basically means they are already considering killing each other. Jay also believes the same thing, so he promises that he will not let anyone kill another person here. Just then, they suddenly hear a strange sound coming from the kitchen, so they all go there to investigate. In the kitchen, they see a machine that has delivered food for them, but the food is very simple, only chicken and potatoes. Since they have no other choice, they decide to divide the food equally. Jay tells everyone to take their fair share, but LB greedily fills his entire plate. Jay gets angry and snatches the food from his hands. While eating, Shona reveals something shocking. She tells them that she is actually a drug dealer. Then she shows everyone the monitor attached to her ankle. In reality, she is currently out on parole, and she isn't allowed to leave her house. If the authorities realize that she has gone outside, they'll assume she escaped and send her straight back to prison. But hearing this, Father Duffy says that this might actually be good news. because soon the police will probably try to track her location, and if they do, they might end up rescuing everyone trapped inside the house. Anyway, after dinner, Jay and Father Duffy take responsibility for assigning rooms to everyone by drawing lots. When Claire picks her slip, it has Shona's name written on it. The problem is that those two absolutely hate each other. But Jay says the decision has already been made, and now nothing can change. Later in the evening, while Claire isn't around, Shona starts snooping through Claire's purse. Looking at Claire's rich lifestyle and fancy belongings makes Shona extremely jealous because she herself barely survives by selling drugs. But before she can look through more pictures, Claire suddenly walks out of the bathroom. She immediately starts yelling at Shona for touching her stuff without permission. Meanwhile, in Francis and Cynthia's room, Francis once again says that no matter what happens, he wants to win the $5 million. But Cynthia strongly disagrees because she knows that the only way to win that money is by killing other people. The next morning, while everyone is still sleeping, a masked man quietly sneaks into Jay and Leah's room. He tries to steal Jay's gun, but suddenly, Jay wakes up and immediately attacks the thief. The noise of their struggle wakes Leah as well. However, the masked man quickly pushes Jay and escapes from the room, so neither Jay nor Leah gets a clear look at his face. Hearing the commotion, all the other players rush into the hall. Jay instantly points his gun at everyone, suspecting that one of them might be the thief. Then, Francis and Max start accusing LB. But hearing this, LB becomes furious because everyone is blaming him without any proof. After that, Francis and Max start talking to each other again, but this time they switch to French. Claire suspects that they might be secretly planning something. LB then tells them to speak in English so everyone can understand. Soon, the argument starts again. Father Duffy steps in and asks everyone to put aside their personal grudges. After a while, everyone returns to their rooms, but Jay stays in the hall. He says they can't keep treating people so softly because anyone could lose control at any moment, especially with so much money involved. However, Father Duffy still tells him to have faith in humanity. A little later, everyone hears some noises coming from outside. Jay immediately thinks the police might have arrived while searching for Shona. Without wasting a second, everyone runs toward the main door and starts trying to break it down with all their strength. During this chaos, Jay fires a shot at the ceiling, hoping the police outside might hear it. Meanwhile, everyone else is shouting desperately for help. But in the corner, Francis is just sitting there, watching them and smiling. Eventually, everyone becomes exhausted and starts crying because their hope of escaping is slowly fading away. Seeing this, even Jay softens a little. He takes the locker key out of his pocket and says that if anyone wants to drink alcohol to calm their nerves, they can go ahead. Later, when Leah is walking toward the bathroom, Francis suddenly approaches her and starts flirting. But Leah isn't interested at all. She reminds him that his wife is also in the same house. Hearing this, Francis walks into his room's bathroom. There, he wraps a cloth around a liquor bottle and smashes it, then picks up a sharp piece of glass. He hides the remaining glass pieces inside the toilet tank. After that, Francis goes to the living room where Cynthia is sitting. But there, he sees LB trying to get a little too close to Cynthia. Seeing this makes him furious. Cynthia quickly says they were just joking around, but Francis is still angry and starts insulting both of them. His harsh words make LB furious too. LB shoves Francis and a fight breaks out between them. LB starts overpowering Francis. Cynthia gets scared and tries to separate them. But LB is so angry that he accidentally pushes Cynthia hard. Cynthia's head hits the balcony railing. The impact is so severe that she dies instantly. Seeing this horrifying scene, everyone is completely shocked. As punishment for his crime, Jay locks LB inside his room. LB feels extremely guilty and begs Jay to open the door. But Jay refuses because he believes LB should face the consequences of what he did. Now all of them are trapped inside this unknown mansion, so they don't even have a proper way to perform Cynthia's funeral. Eventually, they cover her body with a sheet and place it in the basement. After some time, Jay brings food for everyone. But this time, the portions are even smaller than before, because Watcher clearly wants them to start fighting over food as well. When LB hears that food has arrived, he starts begging for his share too. Seeing him starving makes Father Duffy feel bad, but Jay says that this is the punishment for a criminal. After listening to LB screaming for food again and again, everyone becomes frustrated. Finally, Leah gives her own food portion to LB. Even though Jay doesn't like the idea, he eventually agrees to give him something. He opens the door and throws a tiny potato to LB. This makes LB even angrier. Jay then returns to the dining table, but he notices Father Duffy is missing. Soon he realizes that Father Duffy probably went to give LB more food. Jay immediately runs toward LB's room, and unfortunately, his suspicion turns out to be correct. Father Duffy has opened the door and freed LB. LB is already filled with rage. The moment he comes out, he grabs a steel rod and starts brutally beating Jay. He keeps hitting him again and again until Jay dies. Only a few moments later, LB realizes what he has done, but by then it's already too late. He panics and runs away. Father Duffy tries desperately to save Jay, but sadly he cannot save his life. Before taking his final breath, Jay gives his gun to Father Duffy because he trusts him more than anyone else. The next night, the remaining 7 players notice something strange. This time, the food machine delivers more food than usual. Along with it, there's a note saying they have provided great entertainment for Watcher. As soon as the food arrived, Francis quickly grabbed a huge portion, but Father Duffy stopped him. Francis said he was just taking LB's reward portion, since LB was the one who killed Jay. After that, he went straight to LB's room. But when Father Duffy and Leah later checked the room, they saw a terrifying scene. LB's body was hanging from the ceiling fan. Leah believed someone else must have killed him. Father Duffy gathered everyone for questioning. Shona accused Francis, but Francis denied it and blamed Max instead. Later, Francis was seen acting like a complete psycho, dancing alone in his room. Meanwhile, Shona found an expensive necklace in Claire's bag. When Claire caught her wearing it, they started fighting. Later, Claire attacked Shona with a wrench and killed her. At the same time, Francis tried to electrocute Leah in the bathroom. Father Duffy tried to cooperate with Max, but Max only cared about food. Soon, Father Duffy discovered Shona's dead body and locked Claire up. He later found Leah unconscious and believed she was dead. Meanwhile, Claire escaped. Later, Francis manipulated Father Duffy and provoked him until Father Duffy shot at him. Francis survived and escaped. Leah woke up and discovered the glass shards Francis had hidden earlier. Later, Father Duffy killed Max to save Claire, but felt extremely guilty afterward. But suddenly, Francis stabbed Father Duffy from behind and killed both him and Claire. Believing he had won the game, Francis began celebrating. But suddenly, he heard a noise and realized someone else was alive. It was Leah. She ran and hid under a bed, but Francis found her. Leah stabbed his leg with a glass shard and ran upstairs. Francis chased her, and both of them fell from the balcony onto a dining table. Leah landed on top of Francis, and the glass shard pierced his chest, killing him. Leah broke down crying. Moments later, the main door opened automatically. Leah stepped outside and found a bag filled with money. But when she walked out, she discovered something terrifying. She had entered another section of the house. 4 other winners were already sitting there with their prize money. Leah froze in shock, because the horrifying truth finally hit her. The game wasn't over yet.